A night dedicated to the rawest, most grueling aspect of Muay Thai, the clinch. There will be no room to breathe, no distance to escape, just pure, relentless, close combat. In the red corner, Extra, a fighter known for his suffocating pressure and devastating knees. His grip is vice-like, his control unshakable, and once he locks onto his opponent, he drags them into his world, a world of punishment in the clinch. Facing him in the blue corner, Saosaek, a technical clinch specialist with a dangerous mix of balance, precision, and sharp, slicing elbows. He doesn't just survive in the clinch, he thrives, using every opportunity to off-balance his opponent and punish them with precise, brutal strikes. From the very first exchange, there will be no retreat. Both fighters know exactly where this battle will be fought, locked in close, battling for dominance, with every knee and elbow bringing them closer to victory or defeat. This is not just a fight. This is a test of endurance, control, and sheer will. Let's see who survives the clinch war. Both fighters start with intense low kicks, setting the tone for what will be a grueling clinch battle. The sound of their kicks echoing through the stadium shows just how much power they're packing. Extra and Saosaek exchange these brutal kicks, each trying to dominate the other's stance and balance. Extra lands a few heavy kicks that seem to unbalance Saosaek for a moment, but Saosaek counters with solid, precise kicks aimed at Extra's legs, testing his resilience. However, as the round progresses, it's clear that both fighters are gearing up for what comes next. With the foundation laid through these low kicks, they slowly start to close the distance, preparing to enter the clinch where the true battle will begin. It's a preview of the war to come, with each fighter displaying their strength and technique from the start. In Muay Thai, the clinch is an art form, a battle for control where both fighters try to dominate their opponent's posture and balance. To begin with, a key position is the collar tie, where one fighter secures both hands behind the opponent's neck. This allows them to pull the head down, exposing the chin or creating space for knee strikes. Alternatively, fighters often seek the underhook, slipping their arm under their opponent's arm to gain a dominant position. This can be used to maneuver the opponent's upper body and set up sweeping techniques, or to push forward and land knees. When clinching, fighters use their hips and body weight to off-balance their opponent, making it difficult for them to regain their stance. One fighter will usually try to close the distance, keeping the opponent's upper body compressed, while the other might try to create space, using their legs or pushing the opponent away to reset the situation. Another critical element is the knee strike, whether it's a sharp upward thrust to the body or a quick jab to the face. These can come fast and furious when the clinch is tight, wearing down the opponent's defenses. The clinch is also a test of endurance. Both fighters are constantly working to outmaneuver each other, using subtle shifts in weight and pressure to find openings. Every action is a calculated effort to break the other down, one knee or position at a time. One of the most explosive techniques in the clinch is the jumping knee, particularly when targeting the opponent's ribs. To execute this move, the fighter first establishes control in the clinch, typically using the collar tie or an underhook to maintain a strong grip on their opponent's neck or body. From here, they set up the knee by shifting their weight slightly backward. Now, with a quick pivot, They generate upward momentum by pushing off the ground with their rear foot. This action allows the fighter to launch themselves off the mat, driving their knee directly toward the opponent's ribs or side. The key to this technique is the combination of timing and explosiveness. As the fighter jumps, they'll often rotate their body slightly to the side, directing the knee precisely to the target area. This makes it a devastating strike, as the knee comes in with full body weight behind it, and the element of surprise makes it difficult for the opponent to defend against. To land this effectively, the fighter must have a solid grip on the clinch and a strong core to maintain balance while jumping. If done properly, the jumping knee can destabilize the opponent, cause significant damage to the ribs, and potentially even set up a knockout. It's a dynamic, high-risk move that demonstrates the agility and athleticism that Muay Thai fighters bring to the clinch. We can see that Saosaek in blue is beginning to struggle to maintain the relentless pace set by Extra in red. While both fighters have been locked in a brutal clinch battle since the opening bell, Extra's strength and control in the clinch are starting to overwhelm Saosaek. Every time Saosaek attempts to break free or shift the momentum, Extra uses his superior positioning and footwork to keep him trapped. The continuous pressure, coupled with precise knee strikes to the midsection and body, is clearly wearing on Saosaek's stamina. Though Saosaek is still fighting back with his elbows and attempts at sweeping, the intensity of Extra's clinch game is starting to take its toll. He's unable to keep up with the rhythm, and it's clear that the pace of the fight is starting to slow in his favor as he struggles to recover in this tight, unforgiving range. Is now completely overwhelmed and struggling to keep up with Extra's dominance in the clinch. The constant pressure has left him unable to escape the grips of his opponent, who continues to land devastating knees to the body and relentless strikes to the ribs. Every time Saosaek tries to fight back or create space, Extra's positioning and control neutralize any attempts. The relentless pace of the clinch is clearly taking a toll on Saosaek, who appears to be physically drained. His movements have slowed, and his defensive posture is weakening under the barrage of knees and strategic sweeps from Extra. At this point, it's becoming evident that Saosaek is no longer in control of the fight and is now enduring a relentless assault in the clinch. From the very beginning, Extra's clinch is a force to be reckoned with. His grip is unrelenting, locking onto Saosaek with precision and strength. Every time they engage in close quarters, Extra dictates the pace, controlling Saosaek's movements and neutralizing any chance for a counter. His elbows come down like lightning, aiming for any opening, while his knees land with bone-shaking force, crashing into Saosaek's body. It's a relentless assault, each knee a weapon, each elbow a potential fight ender. As the fight goes on, Saosaek is visibly struggling to keep up, as Extra continues to dominate in this brutal exchange, showing the devastating power of Muay Thai's clinch game. The brutality of Extra's clinch isn't just about the power, but the precision with which he delivers his strikes, leaving little room for Saosaek to breathe or retaliate. A devastating sequence unfolds as Extra executes a perfect sweep, sending Saosaek crashing to the mat. While the knee is perfectly legal, the impact is crushing. And it's finally over. Extra seals the victory with a devastating frontal elbow, catching Saosaek cleanly. The impact is brutal, and the force of the strike is enough to end the fight. Saosaek, though incredibly brave throughout, simply couldn't withstand the relentless pressure and the precision of Extra's strikes.